Welcome to the exclusive, members-only Qualky Talkie After Hours show.
Hey,
You're in for a real treat. As I mentioned, Hallie's shirt may come off this half hour, but you're going to have to keep watching to the end to see if that actually happens. This is where we cater to our Qualky Talkies, so if you guys really want that to happen, you got to write in and let us know, okay? Have your say here, and you have exclusive access to all of us. Hallie, Amanda, Riz, Stephanie, and me, Carol. We were talking, you guys, on the live show about the Black Lives Matter movement. Who here saw the past season of Orange is the New Black? Everyone? Are you card-carrying lesbians?
Absolutely. Multiple times.
There you go. Hallie's had multiples with it. That's how you know she's single for Sheezy.
You dirty whore.
Okay, so I have to ask you guys.
Mom, don't watch this one.
Yeah.
Your mom's a lesbian. Of course she's watching. Hello.
Totally lesbian.
Don't watch this. Don't watch this.
You can't say that on a gay show.
Listen to it.
She's already warning, Mom.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. In Pusey's death, I swear I still want to say pussy. In Pusey's death, several key moments of the Black Lives Matter movement were, it seemed, purposefully paid homage and echoed in this episode.
Did you say homaged?
Homage.
Okay.
For the people in the upper decks, we're talking homage, okay? You know, I don't know. I actually haven't seen the last episode because I'm not a card-carrying lesbian.
Oh my god, you fucking fail at life. Are you shitting me? That's been your homework for 3 weeks.
Dude, my daughter is 7.
Oh, my daughter.
Dude.
I'm my one child. I have 1 year and I still watched it. I do.
I literally have been watching an episode.
And I didn't watch it.
I have been watching an episode per night between 7 and 8:30 p.m. with breaks for her crying in between. I'm in a nightmare, okay? You need to...
You could just skip to the goddamn end.
Yeah.
Watch that shit back.
One
I
fucking
can't.
episode.
So I'm going to turn this over to you guys. Talk about it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Do you guys agree? Did you feel that there was a correlation between what's been going on in the news and the Black Lives movement and what the storyline took on
It was
in this
seriously
season?
eerie. Like, I think it was super eerie. I don't know at what point, I mean, and maybe, Riz, you have a little bit more information, but I don't know at what point this script was written and directed and produced compared to all this stuff, because it was crazy how much, because I didn't watch it, like, opening weekend. I watched it, a couple weeks later, but it was all fell in lines. It was eerie. It was, like, fortuitous. Big words.
I like that word.
Oh, spell that shit.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
She's using big
Never
words.
gonna fucking happen. That's why I got speech to text.
For a good time, call Hallie.
Riz, as the token person of color on our panel this evening, could you please comment on
I was hoping Amanda would say
Black
something.
Lives Matter movement? And go.
I was hoping Amanda would pop in and say something.
Yeah.
A little bit. I saved the picture. I can't find the picture right now. It actually explained the correlation of how Pusey died and how every you know what I'm talking about, Amanda? Where like she they.
Oh, where did you post that? You did post
I posted
that.
I posted it in the group.
Okay, I'll look.
You'll find it for me.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now
Can
for
you read
you.
it for me too?
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There we go.
I seriously have run-on sentences and like it's really bad. And my sister was like, "Please don't ever read." And
Seriously, the
Aw.
things that I find in our group chat are
Me too.
pictures
I just,
of...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little-
this is
a
the
lot of
pictures that
inappropriate.
happen in our group chat.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Wait,
I
go again.
got left out of this group chat. What the hell?
Oh, boo, you there.
There you go. Boom! A little arm candy.
Showing little pictures of Amanda, right?
Yeah, yeah.
there's a picture.
Oh,
of that.
wait, that's my photo library. Shit.
I was about to say, maybe
Oh,
I didn't
That's
want
Holly's
from her
personal
phone.
spank bank. Busted.
Damn it! You caught me.
Busted.
You caught the tater.
Where is it?
Amanda's wife is coming after you, yo white ass.
She's gonna.
Let's do this. I'm just kidding. I got a really nice spank bank. It's
Did you
full.
find it yet, Holly?
I don't know. I'm still looking.
Yeah, I posted it, didn't I?
You totally did. I remembered seeing it.
I
I'm
remember
looking.
seeing that on Lesbian Pride as well. Well,
Ah. But like, well, I'll elaborate while Hallie looks for it. It pretty much as she died, it talked about, I don't know the exact, because like they named every single person how they died, like how they were choked, and then he told the police officer, I can't breathe, and then Pusey said, I can't breathe, as she was being choked to death, and then how her body was left there for a day, more than a day, and it was the same thing where they left the body there of that young black man, and they just didn't do anything about it, and the whole time during the they're trying to figure out how can they make it look like it was, instead of just trying to figure out doing any type of damage control with like Pusey and her family and trying to fix the situation with the prisoners, they instantly try to say, how can we peg this incident on the prisoner? And they said, okay, well, the prisoner obviously was just in there for some minor, misdemeanor, and then they went to the officer and they tried to peg it on the officer. Well, I don't know, they did the background of how the company was trying to, peg it on the officer, but how the warden was like, no, I'm not pegging it on anyone, it's just an accident, and these things happen, and he came back to work with pay, like it was just the same thing where police officers are not held accountable for their actions, and they're, put on leave with pay, it was just kind of like one of those things where you just, like, everyone just got angry, same way with Black Lives Matter, like everyone's just angry, like. And at the very end, where Sandra, remember the woman who died in her cell?
Yeah.
The black woman who died in her cell, who got arrested for some small misdemeanor traffic acts.
you remember that?
Yeah.
I do.
So when Tacy was running down the hall, like yelling, they wouldn't even say her name. It was that same thing where they wouldn't even say her name for Sandra. So it was like every little thing kind of like added up. And if you follow the Black Lives Movement or not, you're kind of like, if you were even just to read that tiny little paragraph, you'll be able to be like, damn, there's no way this was a coincidence. They put that in there purposefully to, which is another reason why I love Orange is the New Black, because they bring a lot of social issues and they put it out there for the public, so that way it's something that can't be undeniably, you can't say like, I didn't know there was such thing as prisons for profit. I didn't know corporations own prisons.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with Pusey's death, and what specifically in Orange is the New Black, they didn't do it in a way where it was kind of, they weren't biased. It was just what it was.
Yeah.
They're like, this is what happened. So that's kind of what happened. Did you find it, Hallie?
Dude, I can't find it. I'm looking for something else.
She moves on.
Okay, so
You did a great recap.
Did I?
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I mean, you did all we don't have is the names of those people, which is 100% important, and I'm not denying that at all. But you did an amazing recap.
You did an amazing.
Thank you, Hallie.
So
Carol,
some people that have watched this are calling this trauma porn and saying it cheapens the message of the movement. Others are saying it sends a message to the broader audience and raises awareness. What is your guys' take on that?
I certainly think it raises awareness. I mean, it's a different, like, people, and not just everyone that is in the LGBTQ community watch Orange is the New Black. There are straight people that watch that too. So
Absolutely.
I think that having something like this sort of message in a series like that, which is a fairly large, like, popular series, I think it was honestly a really educational move as well. I mean, for this.
Well, and it makes so much sense to take out such an important, lovable character. Like, you have to hit people in their hearts. I mean, it's not comparable, but kind of as far as script writing.
What it kind of does is, sorry, Hallie, go ahead.
Don't interrupt me.
I know, I'm just gotten all excited because I'm feeling what you're saying, girl.
It kind of reminded me like when they killed Dana Fairbanks on the L Word. Like, they took a character that you love. Now, it is not in the same situation at all. She died from cancer. That's totally different than being killed. But, we spent all this time building up relationships with Dana, building up relationships with Pusey, and then their death becomes so impactful to us. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. It's kind of like, you know how people that can't get on board with the queer thing or the LGBT thing and they're against it, until there's somebody in their family that is that way, and then it endears you to the whole movement and everything else. So that's kind of what that did in some way for the Black Lives Matter movement, that all of these different faces are just news. They're just news at night. They're just, to most of us, it's just a picture on a screen. There's no relation. But now we actually have something invested in this character, and we actually like and love this character. And now, maybe for the first time, some of those people who didn't get it before feel, okay, wow, I see it now, like from that point of view. What do you think?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. Totally. I like to call it edutainment, where you're educating and entertaining, because that's how nowadays, that's the only way we can consume any content. We have to be entertained, So I think they did a great job entertaining us, but educating us to even check. People are saying, is this real? Are there such things as for-profit prisons? Are there such things? Is this really happening? Can people really do this? Because a lot of people, their circles don't extend farther than past your race.
Tip of their nose.
Yeah.
So it's a great, it's a great way, and I think more and more shows are going to start. Hopefully, more and more shows are going to start to do that, because that's what people don't want to watch and consume these pointless shows that don't have us in it. We're like, why watch this when we can just go on YouTube and watch people that like us for free? What?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. It just endears you to feeling something outside of your little box in your little world.
And I think it's interests of other people, people that are I didn't know anything about it, like you were saying. If you don't have anybody that is gay or queer or lesbian in your family, until you have that, then it starts making you change either your opinion, your decision on what you support as well. I think the same thing with the Black Lives Matter movement. Once that is put in such a popular show and educating people, then I feel like more people are going to be more interested in trying to dive in and learn a little bit more about it.
Mm-hmm. Certainly, I completely agree. One of the things that we were talking about in one of our production meetings when we were all just talking about different aspects of this topic was we did go there. We did go to the fact that, I said to these ladies, and it was right around the time that video came out, and Rosala, you would probably know the name, and I'm terrible for not knowing it, of the young gentleman that was shot in the arm when he was reaching for his wallet. And, if any of our viewers out there, I'm a terrible person. I can't remember it. I watched it avidly and just felt for that wife. But it got us thinking a little bit and talking about the fact, and I said half-assed jokingly, but real true, even as a white person in that situation, the cops pull me over, I'm like, get the fucking wallet yourself. I am not touching anything. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't care if you say, okay, it's good now, reach around. No, because these are trigger-happy cops out there. So, to bring it back to kids, I'm going to be teaching my kid RESPECT. I don't care if you're even in the wrong, because guess what? Or if they're in the wrong, because guess what? They have a gun. So put your hands in the air, be respectful, and we'll get it all sorted out later. That's what I'm teaching my kids.
Yeah, but here's what I want to say about that. You're a woman, okay? It is not uncommon for a police officer to sexually assault a woman.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
100%.
And so you can't ever, it literally comes down to the smarmy piece of shit that's pulling you over, or the smarmy piece of shit that person is pulling over. It is situation by situation, okay? Person by person, ethnic background, social background. It is a colliding of everything that person's gone through, and so if they've had a history and they're bringing that to the table, well, then they get, no offense, and many times what they deserve. If you're coming with an attitude and you're going to try to charge an officer, you're going to get shot, bro. I don't have sympathy for the people, like you said, that are going to be like, oh, I'm going to try to challenge the situation. However, you can't sit there and think to yourself, this cop hates me because I'm black. It happens all the time, but it's really, I should probably act this way because I'm a decent human, right? In your last moments of life, it comes down to how you react. You can't control the other person. You can only control yourself.
Well, and I mean, I can't speak I can't speak for, anybody of color because obviously I'm not even close. But
You're like the whitest of the white, so
I really am not lighting.
Yeah,
This
had a little
lighting
color
is
in her, but
killing
yeah,
me.
it didn't stick. It didn't
Oh,
stick.
shit.
Oh, I'm on tonight. This
You
is the
are.
podcast. Anything goes. This is exclusive after hours talkie shit, okay?
Yeah,
The
deep
cuffs
shit's
are
happening
off.
right now.
The cuffs are
But
off.
no, I think that police officers need to be respected. I mean, hell, anybody with a gun needs to be respected. You need to respect guns, but any police officer, any other human deserves respect. They're doing their job. They want to go home to their family. I want to go home to my family. So I'm going to abide by their rules. They're going to hopefully abide by theirs. I actually had a situation about a month ago, and there was guns and police, and it was an amazing experience. A gun was actually... It was amazing.
wow. Okay.
No black person ever said no. It was the
Okay,
most
so what
amazing
happened was
What happened was
What happened was
I was in a situation, and a gun was drawn and a gun was shot, and I had to call police to come help.
Allie is partying or what, eh?
Wait, do you have a scar? Can I see your scar?
No. So we had to call the police to have the person detained, and I was very nervous because there was a gun in the house, and police were on their way, and they asked me to lock myself in a different area of the house.
Why are you saying this like it was a party? You're like, you locked yourself in the house.
We didn't even hear about this.
Shit happened.
She was saving it because it's exclusive.
It don't matter.
This is exclusive Qualky Talkie content. That's why.
This is some exclusive shit right now.
So anyways, they asked me to lock myself in the back room with a gun. I said absolutely not because there was a gunshot in the house. There were police coming in the front of the house. I wasn't going to be locked away from... No, absolutely not. Not going to happen.
With a gun in a room.
With a gun in a room.
In a room, Allie.
No, not happening. So I went to the front of the house. The police came in. No guns drawn. Everybody was nice. Everybody was great. The police were... I mean, it was from what it could have been in so many ways that it could have gone wrong.
Was there people of color at this gathering?
There wasn't. There was all white. Absolutely. And that totally has... However, I was in a ghetto, obviously. A gun got shot in my house.
So it's like a 50-50 chance.
Clearly, there's more people that need Mila and Ashton Kutcher to not raise assholes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Hundo.
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 What the hell is that? I need a lingo dictionary.
Come on, that's
right,
Canadian for 100. I like to say 100%. 100%, that's my thing, 100%. I'm mixing it up. I'm throwing a hundo in.
You're so hood. You're so cute.
Exactly.
What were you going to say, Riz? I feel like Riz is like...
I was just going to say, just to back up. What Stephanie said, like, about, like, it's how you act. You know, it's what you put out there. So I agree with that. 100,000%, you know, like my dad was an investigator, so, you know, he instantly was like, don't act this way because you will get shot. That's what I was taught, you know. But I guess to me it's like, you know, the cops go through they have their bad days, you know. We're all human beings. We have our bad days.
Yeah.
Should that still lead to someone's death, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times, and Carol, just to back up, you said you couldn't think of the name of the person. That's not your fault. It happens all the time, which is the sad part, you know?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. It happens all the time, and I can't keep up with the names. That's the sad part. I can't, you know? And so, you know, I think it comes back to full circle. This isn't something black and white that can be changed today. This is something that was built upon hundreds, if not thousands of years of systematic discrimination, segregation, and all that fun stuff. At one point it was classes, now it's racist. So
100%.
it's just kind of how it is.
To be fair, I can't remember the names of the victims from Orlando either, because unfortunately there's far too much of this sort of stuff going on in our society today, and that's kind of exactly what this show is about, and how we can make the world a better place for our children tomorrow, and how, you know, we can be best allies. And I guess, you know, again, Riz, I know you don't speak for the black community, but, you know, what is the most sincere way that we can approach this so that people of color know that we just want to help, that we're there to be an ally?
You know, like, it's as simple. At first, it has to come from your heart. Like, I wouldn't force anything.
For sure.
If you're truly, like, just the simple fact that you're talking about is the start. The fact that you're just educating yourself on it is a first start. And then moving forward, it could be just, if you want to take that next step to going to outreach meetings, joining, even just doing it virtually on Facebook or whatever. It all starts with just those little steps. Because we all try to jump into these things and we're like, whoa, what's happening? And we're not really ready for it. So it's just that. And it's like the same way, if we were to reverse it, what would we tell an ally of the LGBT community what they should do?
Yeah.
Just educate yourself. What's going on? Why are people angry? And that's kind of where I like to start too. And I like to talk about the children. Gandhi said, if you want to stop war, stop violence, you have to educate your children.
Yeah.
And that's why I like these shows. Like, I know Orange is the New Black isn't a show for children, but these new shows and things and the media that's out there and social media and stuff, if we can get ourselves on social media, Snapchat, to reach the children, imagine what effect we can have on the world.
Have you seen Zootopia?
I have, and I love it.
Zootopia totally was an eye-opener. Has everybody else seen it?
I haven't seen it. Just
I've never seen
a little synopsis.
It was.
Oh God, I don't even know how to.
We've been over this. I don't get to watch TV.
Well, it's a kids movie.
Yeah, I was there. It was really inappropriate for me to be there, but I was there.
But it kind of
not inappropriate.
I mean, it basically talks about race and segregation and profiling people, but it's based on animals, not on actual colors. It's the weasels that are this way.
Yeah. So
it's funny too. It's really funny.
It is.
Yeah.
And
sausage Party, by the way. I don't know why I brought that up. A Sausage Party.
Is it good?
I haven't seen it, but I'm just putting it out there. Don't watch it. Be sure to watch it.
We heard sausage and get the fuck out.
Yeah, when I hear Sausage Party, I don't want any
content. I'm going to go get Super Baked and watch that movie.
It's supposed to be really inappropriate.
Oh,
so
it's terrible. They swear the whole movie.
Nice. This actually might be a cartoon that I'd be interested in.
Yes, it's a complete adult cartoon.
Yeah. Here's a little sideshow, just because we're on the exclusive Qualky Talkie part. I am not a huge cartoon fan because I was scarred as a child, and the reason was that when I was growing up, Saturday morning was the only morning of the week for cartoons. Yes, I am that old. And there was no special channel for cartoons. There was no Netflix. There was Saturday morning. There was Smurfs, some different shit. Okay, so all I wanted to do was stay home and watch cartoons like all of my friends, but no. Guess what this big dyke got to do every Saturday morning as a young child?
Clean the church.
Jazz dance.
What?
Creative dance, jazz dance. Every Saturday I would cry.
Please tell me you got scared fingers.
Cry back. I remember having those little banners, those wispy things that you jump with, like a gazelle, and
Oh, Carol, I love you so much more.
You're, this is the kind of stuff you're only gonna find on the back end, if you know what I mean. You're not finding this at the front, okay?
No.
That sounds like another inappropriate thing to say. You're find it in the back end. You're not gonna find it in the front.
Exactly. Everything I say, you gotta think a little. Holly, were people talking on the YouTube tonight? Were we getting some movement there on comments and everything else? I heard we got a hater tonight. Shout out to him.
Hater, bro.
Hit your dick in check, bro. We don't like wieners. Get out.
Hater.
I'm just playing. I'm just being a jerk.
We do like wieners. Actually, Stephanie does like wieners.
I love the wiener.
Stephanie.
I also like big boobs.
Stephanie accepts the invite to the sausage party.
I do. Well, I'm married to a woman, so no, I don't. But
that is true.
Come on, guys, we're going down quick with this sausage party shit.
Look at Amanda.
They go with 4 freaking kids for a sausage.
Amanda's like, I need to inject some lesbian here. Here's a question for you, Amanda. You're down south, and again, at the risk of having you represent everybody who lives in the south. I think that LGBT plus issues, plus the Black Lives Matter and people of color issues are still accentuated a little bit more down south. How do you find yourselves supporting each community? Is there a way that you think of in the south, in the smaller communities, maybe that people can band together?
You know what? It's really sad where I'm at because if anyone has looked or watched my vlog on Queer as Butch, it describes how I've lost my entire community.
Mhm.
So I don't have allies really here, and when we do see like another lesbian couple, I'm like, oh, they're alive.
Yeah.
Hi, we're gay too. I'm
Yeah.
I'm gay. Hi.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gay too.
Like we have to preen because we don't look good enough, like gay enough. Like, can they tell that we're
I
gay?
don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty
They
sure.
don't know that I'm.
I
They don't.
guess in aspect, like, although I'm not new to being gay, but I'm definitely new to being openly gay in the South. And so for me, it's all kind of, you guys are going to get to go along the journey with me of how it is to be openly gay in the South and deal with that, as well as, like the Black Lives Matter movement. All that stuff here in the South is so new because I kind of closeted myself,
Yeah.
so to speak, for real. But then came out and realized that there are so many people that say that they got your back and they are your ally and quickly drop your ass like a fly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's
Spirit will do that to people.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to have you on, this season, Amanda, is because, we are all, for the most part, in major metropolitan cities where, for the most part at this point, hopefully it's semi-comfortable for us to be out and things of that nature. But I know people think we've come so far, and I needed to have a voice for the places that haven't come quite so far as LA and New York.
About that, for sure. This season, I want to dive in and kind of let people see really what it is like in my neck of the woods, because it is not as open and diverse and easy here.
Yeah.
You know what? I would invite you to go live. Take a walk up the street or whatever, and just let people see. Yes. Let people see what you see, right? Put that thing right against your chest, and you'll get the stares, and people can really get an idea of what it's like to wear a bow tie as a woman. And people go, "What the fuck?"
I get that shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's but here's the thing. Are they judging you, or are they like, damn, that's a nice bow tie. Fuck, I need that.
Yeah,
right?
totally the bow tie.
Kind of empowering, though. When you walk around, because, like, in the beginning, I was super nervous, and now I'm like, fuck you, I look good in it. If you don't like it, turn away.
Yeah.
I woke up like this.
I know. I woke up like this. And I'll go back to sleep like this right after we go off the show, okay?
Boom.
And boom. You know what? This has been one of the funnest hours that I've ever spent on the show. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in for the after show. I want to thank Rosala. I want to thank Amanda for coming on and adding a little perspective to the topics that we're talking about. And, it's been such an enlightening hour for the exclusive Qualky Talkies. I hope that you enjoyed the second half. If you want to reach out to us, if you want to be a guest on the show, if you have a question, Hallie, how are they going to get a hold of us? One more time for the people in the back.
The Qualk Show. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. That is our email address. It's thequalkshow@gmail.com.
Like us, subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, send us hate. We love it.
We love haters.
We love it.
We love haters.
Something to rant about. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you want to talk to any one of us, I know that there's a lot of you out there macking on some of our new guests. I mean, if you want to talk about
anybody, I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Again, tune in next week on our live show as we talk about gender fluidity and how it's changing things in the parenting world. Should you identify your child as male or female, or do you literally from birth let them just be gender fluid and decide for themselves? There's a lot of real differing opinions on this. We're going to be talking about gender fluidity, gender reveal parties, and all things gender related on next week's show. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, there is always something to quack about. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye. All right, everybody smile really quick. I need a picture. Ready? Cheese. Thanks.
You're welcome.